Hello, everybody. Welcome to GGameKnights. This is tonight, Thursday, and we're playing Wonderworld and Origins, and we're going to be going back in time and talking about what happened in the Origin before the rest of the Wonderworld. So welcome to that, which is this. And guess what? We also have other things going on all the time. But specifically this Saturday, we've got the absolute finale of Survivors Complex at 5:30 Eastern Time. It's going to be the epilogue, lots of tearful goodbyes and fading off into the sunsets. And it's going to be a wonderful send-off for everyone. We're very excited about it. And it will probably also mark at least the announcement of perhaps something new on the horizon. So stay tuned for that.
Announcing the announcement.
Yeah, announcing the announcement. You got to know when the announcement's going to come. Other than that, yeah, actually, that's it. That's it for right now. For a little while, that's going to be it. So definitely stay tuned to that. Subscribe to us here, Twitch, and also on YouTube. And follow us on Twitter. We've got GGameKnights at pretty much every handle or URL. But yes. So let's see. So we join. We're just going to leap right into it. Is what we're going to do. We join our heroes after a fateful night as they clashed against someone known only as Pyro, wielding powers of fire and conflagration. The party managed to save an entire apartment complex from certain well doneness. So, but today, as we rejoin the team, we zoom in on Lambast, straining, sweating. It's tight close up as his brows are kind of knotted together, a look of determination and strain pulling at all his features as he catches just a mad wave on the ocean, going through, that's really loud, as he begins to thread a massive wave that's curling over Lambast, carves through, as the rest of the team watches from the shore, doing different things. Like, Kiki, what are you doing at Beacon Bay Beach?
Beacon Bay Beach. Well, she's got like a nice hat on, and she's like probably just laying out, soaking in some rays.
Nice. Let's see. Okay, well, Olivia.
I'm probably sitting near Kiki, but definitely under some sort of umbrella.
Yeah.
She's very pale, and does not want to get a sunburn. Just hanging out, just watching the boys probably doing whatever they're doing.
Sure. What about Sean? What is your character's name? It's not listed there on the things. Rose, right?
Rose, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm probably just sitting cross-legged on my surfboard, just a little bit off the shore, watching, and just yelling. And it's like, "You got it! No, just pull back a bit, dude. He's slotted on that thing. You guys watching this?" And just very excited.
So, Ian, describe your wave, I guess. How does it end? Do you ride it all the way to shore?
Oh, Probably, you'd think growing up in California I would have learned how to surf at one point, but nope. Yeah, so he does a surfer thing, and it looks pretty cool. And the wave just kind of ends and gets to shore. Probably goes past Rose, kind of shakes his head at her because she's far more enthusiastic about whatever he's doing than he is, and picks up the board and walks back over to the others.
I probably, as he's going past, give him a high five and be like, dude, that was awesome. You were going off on that thing. That was damn near critical. Good job.
What year is this again, Rose?
Hell if I know. My turn. And I start paddling out.
All right. So while you are just enjoying your day at the beach, do you talk about anything? Do you debrief about anything?
Probably. Also, just for our knowledge, where is Lucas throughout all of this? Is he not present at all?
We'll say he is the umbrella.
Do we see eyes staring down at us?
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah.
He's so nice.
Well, Rose is out there surfing, so we can't ask her to check Twitter, but how do you all think the reception of our video went?
Is there a dog out here? What is she doing?
So yes, of course, your video. So there was quite a bit of responses that you had. It had an enormous amount of likes and retweets. And the response was mostly positive. I think, but I think what you may have noticed is that people who were already kind of on board with the idea seem to be more on board, and those who were not on board are less, like, even. But they're about the same. I'll say they're about the same. So but it's getting a lot of traffic. And then, in effect, I think there are probably some like memes that were kind of based off of it. Like people putting different sorts of like faces over like the kind of the silhouetted images, and like just kind of playing around with different announcements. Like there'd be like a fast food restaurant that would put like a McRib over Olivia's face or something like that, and saying like, we're here and we're back again or something like that, and don't hurt yourself. I don't remember exactly what was said, but it made a big splash on the internet for sure.
For what it's worth, I do not endorse the McRib.
Yeah, they kind of put our faces everywhere, but I mean, a lot of people like what we're doing, it seems, so that's good.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know if we would have been able to copyright our images without somehow someone knowing who we are, so I guess we're just gonna have to go with that. But yeah, any of you heard anything about the Ellen invitation yet? Not that I'm asking if there is one, not that I've heard one. Have any of you been approached?
Do you know something I don't know?
Nope. I mean,
Ian?
Again, I'm the one who. It seems like every other week we go back and forth on: do we want attention? Do we want notoriety? Do we want to stay hidden? And I don't know. You all were excited about it, so I'm trying to be excited about it for you guys, and it's just.
That's so nice. On the record, I also just want it known that I'm not going back and forth about having attention.
I probably come running back up at this time. Oh, so what's going on? What are we talking about?
Ellen.
Oh, did anybody hear anything about that yet?
You're the one with the Twitter. I assume they'd slide into your DMs.
I haven't checked.
Ew.
Hold on. Gross. I'll scroll through Twitter. Did we get a response from Ellen?
Yes.
Oh
You
my God.
did.
I read it.
And Alan's like, hey.
She said, "Hey."
That's something like
And
that.
we would really like you to come on to our show.
And she wants us to come on the show.
We should do it.
Okay. Or, you know how she does a thing where she scares people?
Yes.
What if we just show up when she's doing a broadcast, scare the crap out of her?
I think it's probably really hard to get into a TV studio.
No.
Rose can
Okay.
teleport, remember?
Well, yeah, but I mean, if we just literally show up, they're probably going to try to arrest us.
And then we just leave. It'd be fun, just like last time with the cops outside the burning building.
I don't know. It's kind of a different situation.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be getting roasted.
Rose, do you go a lot of places you're not supposed to?
No comment.
You're ready for the news, I think.
Or lots of practice from hearing stories from your aunt? Has she mentioned anything else since coming to talk to us all at the school?
No. I think she came over for dinner last week and same old ranting about all this crap. I don't know. I ignore him for the most part. She's not. We're not on great terms. She's arrested me a couple times, so you know.
That sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as I can tell, she and the rest of the Beacon City Police Department are still gunning for us, which is cool.
Is that cool?
Depends how literally the gunning is, because I'm pretty much the only one of us that can take that.
You don't think they'd use real guns?
I mean, probably not yet, but there's just so much about this that we don't know, that we're figuring out as we go along, so they're probably figuring out what to do about us as they go along, and
That's fun for now.
So are we gonna go on Ellen?
I mean, like you pointed out, if we actually go on the show, they're gonna arrest us.
No, I meant like if we teleport into the studio and like scare the crap out of a bunch of people, they're probably gonna arrest us. I don't think if they knew we were coming though, I think it would be fine.
or
Isn't
set up a
Ellen like
holo-
neutral territory or something? Like
ever since she relocated to Switzerland?
I think that's what happened. I don't think it would be that bad.
I can send a response and see if we can set a date.
Yeah, and I mean, we could always just video call in or something.
Oh, that's also true.
Yeah. I
But
like that
since
idea.
we won't see the green room.
Oh, that's also true.
I can paint one of the walls in our hideout green.
You know,
if that's
most
what
green
you want.
rooms don't actually have green walls, right?
Then why do they call it that?
It's a really long story and I don't want to get into it.
I'll just send a response. We'll just see what happens. I mean, we can always bail on the planning and just poof in and say hi and then leave.
Okay.
Yo, L. We're down. When?
Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
Anything else?
You should do like a smiley face or something.
Smiley face, thumbs up.
No,
Rumble
no,
Stomp Squad.
no. You
Send.
need-
Bloop.
Why do you ask for input?
So I can ignore it.
Children. Did she answer you?
Not yet. It's been 10 seconds.
And she's in Switzerland, so she's asleep right now.
Time zones.
Yeah. Great. So, I think while you all are kind of commiserating and talking things over, there's one point where Mutaboy, in umbrella form, I would say, so I don't know if anyone else that's not so much German than what it was. So I was going. I don't know if anyone else was researched the Beacon Police Department website for our last convention in the school, where they talk about some of the new things they have going on there. Since they didn't have a Q&A afterwards, like they said they would. I had to go onto the site myself, and because I wanted to see, since they seem to be so interested in us, see what sorts of things they have at their disposal, such as the drones they mentioned, and as well as the holographic projections and so on. And I was thinking that. I don't know. Perhaps it would behoove us if we investigated for ourselves. Saw what they had.
You want to break into the police department?
I don't know about breaking in, but I do want to be inside.
Yes, that.
But perhaps if we can get inside the police department, we could perhaps with some of with my help, maybe we could perhaps piggyback onto their signals, and we could see through their eyes. And we've been doing these patrols for so long, and I think that. This might be more efficient. Maybe we can see what the police see, and at the same time, and we can be able to help out much more efficiently than we would when we were just walking around.
That's pretty smart.
I think that's a very sensible idea. And we could probably take a few drones or something while we're in there. I mean, they're not going to miss them. So
They will.
And they probably have trackers on those, so they'd know where we hang out.
You're good with this sort of stuff, Lucas. Could you remove a tracker?
I suppose I could give it a try.
There you go. He could try.
So I'm mostly on board with breaking in and stealing police equipment. I can't believe I'm saying that, but point of order.
I'm gonna change I'm gonna leave it a beach noises, but with planning music.
Beach
heist.
Beach heist.
But probably not all of us should go, because I imagine at least someone at the police station is competent and would put 2 and 2 together if 5 teenagers showed up, roughly matching the build and description of the masked vigilantes.
Perhaps, but that's why we make a plan.
Okay.
Smart.
So do we want to go in like in masks, or just sneaking in like ourselves?
I don't know, because like both ways, if we get caught, it's gonna be bad.
Well, isn't there that like job shadow thing coming up? Like maybe we can say like we're interested in job shadowing. Kind of.
That's really smart.
That is smart. Yeah, the two of you pointing at Kiki and Olivia, saying the two of you smarty types could probably get in there and do something like that, no problem, and then I can make up an excuse to see my aunt or something.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna believe that I want to be a cop.
I mean, just say it's for college credit or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, I guess.
And if not for a cop, you could go. Perhaps is interested in the forensic sciences or something. You are very intelligent. Everyone knows that. I think that that would not be too far of a pill to swallow. I don't know the phrase, but it's something similar to that.
That was close. Thank you. Okay, fine. And what are you guys going to do?
Well,
Distraction squad?
Lucas could go into somebody's like backpack or something, though.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a backpack before, Lucas?
No, I have not. I've just been a fanny pack and a haversack and a handbag and duffel in a grocery bag
Will they let you take backpacks into the police
and a
station,
trash
though?
bag.
How are you a trash bag?
I just want to know what it was like.
Fair enough. Will they let you take like backpacks and stuff into the police station? That seems like a thing they would be like, leave your bags here.
I mean, they'd probably search it, which I don't know how
Is that
would
awkward?
feel.
It's all right.
You could go as a belt. I don't know. It was just the first thing that came to my mind. How about you, Punchy Boy?
Well, I mean, I could go and talk with the detectives who I dealt with over the summer, but I don't know. You know, there's not much more that they can do with me. I mean, I already gave them everything I could as Ian, and then I've been working on that project on the side as Lambast before we all met up. But I mean, it's something I could do and have a legitimate reason for being there, but I don't know how much that would actually, do.
What was the reason you were here last? In the police station?
Right, I guess really only Kiki knew about this. My brother got killed in a gang fight over the summer, and so I had to, obviously talk to the police about all that and stuff. And anyway, that's why I started the whole being a solo superhero thing, to go get the people who got my brother.
Would we have known that your brother died and just not known how, or did we?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, probably just with the school rumor mill, it would have been like, you all knew something bad happened to Ian over the summer, only he would have only shared this with Kiki beforehand in that kind of detail. But, yeah. Ian had a brother who was never really mentioned after the summer. And he has not been very forthcoming about this information.
That's awful.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yep.
Well, if we want to go in two squads, two of you could go in shadowing, and I don't know which detectives you worked with last time, Lucas. I know pretty much the whole force at this point. I could probably take you in and maybe under the pretense of wanting to speak with one of the detectives, and maybe we go see my aunt or anybody else really. And we just coincidentally go at the same time. Not like anybody would know that we're hanging out.
Yep. I think that could probably work. But also, now I'm just thinking, like, what can I do with my skill set in the police station other than keep a couple detectives occupied talking to them?
If we have to punch anybody.
If we're at that point, I think things have gone very, very wrong, but yeah, probably better safe than sorry.
Yeah, let's probably not punch the police.
All right.
Just as like a general rule.
Well, there might be a use for your skill sets, perhaps. Once we actually get to where all the equipment is itself, especially if we're going to exfiltrate with some of it. I don't know how heavy any of it is, but it's perhaps some of it might need your arms.
There might be some locked doors to Jimmy open.
Padlocks or something like that.
Yeah. I think we'll find a use for you.
Yep.
If not, better to go in pairs so we can distract while the other person
Yep.
scopes around.
I'll be there for backup, but I'll leave it to the rest of you all to take point.
So, Lucas, who do you want to go with? As a backpacker or a belt or whatever it is that you're doing?
Oh, you're talking to me. For some
Forgot his
reason, I
name.
thought you were talking to someone else. Who do I want to go? Wherever you all think that I would be most useful.
I think, I don't know. I mean, with the two of you going together, Kiki and Olivia, I think you've got a lot more versatility in making distractions and getting out of bad situations. It might be helpful if Lucas hangs out with us in case Lambast or I need to get out, because I can get out quick on my own, but I can't really do much in the way of creating a distraction. You can make psychic mumbo jumbo and you can
not
start
mumbo
fires.
jumbo.
Huh?
It's not mumbo jumbo, bro.
Whatever.
They're called psychic constructs. Read a book.
Your spells. I'm
Jeez.
not sure. Okay.
Disrespectful. Fine. Lucas can go with you if he wants.
I just want to be useful. Says the umbrella.
So what? I'm assuming it's a Saturday and we're just hanging out as friends, not like a school thing at the beach.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So when do we want to do this? Should we do it this week? Like a Monday?
I guess
Sounds good.
the sooner the better.
All right. So Monday. Is that the plan? After school?
Yep. Yeah, after school.
All right.
We could go during school. I really don't want to take that math quiz.
Rose, you need to keep up with your schoolwork. And also, if we go during the day, I think they'll be more suspicious and more of the, hey, why aren't you kids in school thing.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to take it eventually.
All right, I'll just steal the answers again.
You could study.
It's so much work. All right, let go.
Okay. So Saturday passes, Sunday passes, Monday, you're at school, learning, test, lunch, another test, rah! And then at the end of the school, you get out.
It's a lot more exciting than I remember.
And you're all out of school, and do you meet in the situation room or whatever the clubhouse is called?
The sanctuary.
The sanctuary? Yes, you meet in the sanctuary. Let's say you meet there after school, directly after classes. What do you do to prepare?
I can't believe 4 of my teachers scheduled tests on the same Monday.
You know,
Awful.
Well, I got these papers from the counselor, kind of to show that we're gonna job shadow them, or that we want to apply to job shadow.
Nice.
Hold on. Why are these seagulls chasing us for the past 3 days? It's some sort of nightmare.
Well, we do live by
they're
a bay.
gone.
They kind of just
They're gone.
show up.
I spooked them away.
Good talk.
But we're still planning, so... yep. Continue.
Okay, so that's awesome. Do we have to get those signed?
Probably.
I can sign them for you.
Rose, can you fake my mom's signature?
Yeah, totally. I do that.
It says I'm allowed to be there. Oh my gosh.
Cool, yeah. I think, Rose, yeah, you can definitely do a perfect forgery.
Oh, dang.
You've done this many times before.
It's really good. It looks just like it.
I think I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
Do you think I could get a job doing something like this?
As a calligrapher? Is that still a thing? I don't think you can get a job forging things.
And in 2050? No. No,
I read
not
about
this,
that once in
not
history
in this
class.
day and age, no.
I don't think you can get a job forging things.
That's all right. I don't really plan on working anyway. Let's go.
We know.
Plus, if you forge things, everyone's like, repost all this on Reddit, and it's just a whole thing.
That happened.
All right, so you all break up into your groups, I'm assuming, on the way over. Do you do superhero things on the way over, like jumping across buildings, or do you all like lift over there? Like, what does that look like? Y'all getting from the school to the police station?
I think we should probably not like superhero landing in front of the police station and just walk in. Like I do in every video game.
I spend the next hour playing video games and then I teleport over.
He just takes the bus system.
Why is our police station an hour away?
I always imagine this like LA, so
Everything's an hour
Is
away.
it?
it's
like-
2 blocks away.
Yeah.
No wonder there's so much crime here.
Yeah. This was a city that was ripe for superheroes. We needed that.
I'll lift. Kiki, do you want to go with me?
Okay.
I guess I'll just bloop over with Rose and Lanebass then. Cool. Alrighty. Righty. So you show up outside of the police station. We'll start with Kiki and Olivia. The station stands before you, large columns on this kind of elevated, there's a long staircase leading up into these large wooden doors that are mainly ornamental. You see everyone going in this like small glass door to the side of it, where everyone gets funneled in. You see on the other side metal detectors and a small group of security officers right there. You see lots of the kind of hover cop cars lining the streets. Police officers coming in and out. You see just a bustle of activity at about 4 p.m. or so.
Okay, well, I guess we should go to the front desk and show them these papers and ask for a tour or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think in her bag, Kiki would have packed a little mask. Like a little one, just in case.
I always
Okay.
carry mine in my purse.
Yeah. Just in case anything happens.
Alrighty. So
Not a
you
full
all,
suit up, but just a little mask just in case.
all right. So you go up to the line, and the officer it's like, well, hello, ladies. How are you doing?
We're doing
Great.
great.
Excellent. Can I just look inside your bags real quick?
Okay.
All right. And then they kind of pick through, with gloves on. It's kind of like looking for just feeling like the seams and everything. Seemingly, this is one of those things where they can't see the forest of the trees. They don't notice your masks because they're looking for different things. They're looking for something that is dangerous. So they just don't even see it. They look like right past them. Sorry. All right. And they put it on the other side of the metal detector. They're like, come on in. And as you walk through, no beepies. And they hand you back your bags. And before you is this long, like, kind of desk where there's several people in line. A few people behind the desk as well. Who is behind the desk? Who is the receptionist? What do they look like? What are they like? Kiki.
Oh no.
Just pick one thing, and then Olivia gets the second thing.
Okay.
We'll Mad Lib this.
Okay. I think it's like middle-aged to slightly older woman.
Okay. And add one thing to that, Olivia.
I think she has these. I think she looks like a friendly librarian. I think she has these really nice, like, horn-rimmed glasses, and she has this kind of, like, warm smile and soft-spoken voice.
Oh.
I added more than one thing.
All right, stop. Well, aren't you two just the cutest?
Hi. We're here from our school, North Beacon High, and
Oh, you're from North Beacon High.
Mhm.
Oh, well, my nephew goes there too. So what grade are y'all in?
Well, I'm a senior.
11.
Whoa! Oh, wow! You see, okay, excellent. Well, my nephew is in 5th grade, so not the high school, I guess. I don't know how schools work. I'm just figuring this out as I go along. But so I don't know if you know Jake. Do you know Jake?
I don't think so.
No, Jake Tidwell. You don't know Jake? You haven't met Jake? Oh, well, he's just a cute as button.
Oh, I bet he is.
What can I do for you two?
Well, we're here to job shadow. I'm gonna, like, put the papers on the desk.
Oh, you're interested in getting involved in kind of the in the enforcement of the law. Well, that's wonderful. Let's see. Who are you supposed to be paired with? Let me see. What were the names in there?
You just see the random name?
Oh, it's just a random name? Okay.
Or, yeah.
Brickerson.
I thought that's what the counselor said. Is that not their name?
I don't know Brickerson. Shannon, do you know a Brickerson? And then the lady say, "You mean Rick Rickerson?" It's like, "Oh, Rick, of course, sure. Well, you're gonna go to office just on the 2nd floor. It's gonna be suite 234. You just go there and say hi to Rick, and Rick will take care of you, and you can learn all about blood splatter."
I watch a lot of CSI, so I'm really excited.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so you are free to you're in the police station. So where do you go first?
Should we actually go?
Wait,
we walk away from the desk first.
Good idea. Well, maybe he could, like, give us a tour, and so we can see where things are at. Because I don't know if we should just wander around here. Like, we might get in trouble or something.
That's a good idea.
But maybe if he shows us a good spot, then maybe we come back or something.
His name is Rick Rickerson. I didn't think that was gonna work.
Yeah, that was
really fortunate.
Okay, well,
yeah.
upstairs.
Let's go to suite 203. Is it?
234.
234.
You're not there, Ian.
That wasn't Ian's voice. That was Alex's voice.
Okay, we all have cell phones though, right? Can we text each other like updates as this goes along?
I'm texting in the group
That's a
text.
good
This
idea.
guy's name is Detective Rick Rickerson. They should give him a TV show.
Well, that's the most superhero civilian name I've ever heard.
I know, right?
So, actually, as Ian, you're responding to that text, we're going to join you and Rose on the outside of the police department. What do you do now that you've been informed what's going on?
All right, I guess they're in. So, I guess we'll just go in and tell them you're here to talk to some detectives. You got a convincing reason why you want to talk to them?
Yep, just asking for updates on the investigation, how that's all going.
All right, let's do this. And I think we just walk in the front door. I'm gonna walk like straight up to reception, like I own the place.
Okay.
All do I know the person working at reception right now?
Yes. You know her name.
Which was
You may tell me.
Susan.
You're the one who knows it,
I'm
Susan.
going with Susan.
All right.
Say,
Susan. No, Saranda. No, I'm just kidding. Just Susan Green. Fine.
Hey, Sue.
Well, hello, Rose. I haven't seen you here, not being escorted in a while.
It has been a while. I'm staying out of trouble, focusing on my studies. Had a math test today that I think I did really well on.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
This is my friend, Ian. He had a bit of trouble over the summer and was working with some of the detectives here. He had a few questions or wanted to talk to somebody in homicide, and I thought that maybe I don't think my aunt's around. I'm not sure where her schedule is, but I thought we'd talk to some of the boys upstairs and see if they might be able to help him out a bit.
Yeah, are either detectives... I just had the names in my head that I was going to use. There's Detective Brown and Detective O'Hara were the ones that I worked most with in regards to my brother's death.
Now, this is a superhero police department, so there's about 100 of us with last name Brown or O'Hara. So, which ones were you looking for in particular?
Oh, there was, it was, I never really, I overheard the first names, but obviously they and I weren't on a first name basis, but I believe it was, Gene O'Hara and, Marcus Brown.
All right. I know exactly who you're talking about. Of course. Oh, Gene and Marcus up in homicide. Oh, sure. Well, yeah, you're Rose. Your aunt's here somewhere. I'm not sure what she's doing. I think she's working on a case right now. But if you want, I can ring her up, let her know that you're here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it okay if I just swing over to her office, see if she's there?
Oh, sure, that's fine. Yeah, I'm sure that's just fine.
All right. Well, Ian, I'll meet you upstairs in a bit. I'm just gonna go over, say hi to my aunt, and see if she needs anything.
All right.
All right. So, let us go with Ian first. We'll go with Ian first. So, what do you do now that you're inside the police department? And unchaperoned.
I mean, I think he would head to the homicide department, see if either of the detectives, either Detective O'Hara or Detective Brown, are in. See what updates they have on finding out, all the stuff from the gang fight that his brother got caught in the crossfire of. See what information they have there.
All right, so I think you go over to the office where you remember seeing them earlier. It's not so much an office as much as just a cluster of cubicles. And you don't see Gene O'Hara there, but you do see kind of Marcus Brown, who is drinking coffee, reading, kind of like flipping through a stack of papers in the folder, kind of clicking things on his computer, just trying to see. There's a telltale like a vein in his brow that's kind of like raised at the moment as he's working through things.
Excuse me, Detective Brown, do you have a minute?
Yeah.
Ian Jimenez.
Ian.
You worked my brother's death in the gang fight, the gang.
Yes.
Shootout.
Ian, how are you?
It's going as best as things can be, but anyway, I came because I wanted to ask if you have any more information about my brother's case. I really want his killers to be brought to justice, and it's been months at this point, and we still don't know who did it, and those gangs are still out there. And I know that you're working on it and you're doing your best, but I'm also, he was my brother. He was pretty much the only family I had left.
I know, Ian. And we've all been pushing on this case. The whole thing was a mess and hard to find out anything from that, but we have some leads. We're working on them. Myself and O'Hara, we're chasing down everything we can. We're still in the process of ruling things out, and I know that seems like it's taking forever. I know that, but these things take time. They take time to build a case. And I think let's have fun with this. So as he's like kind of talking, and you've probably heard this kind of spiel before. Yep. I imagine you've been here more than once. So maybe a little bit of you is kind of tuning out and just kind of like glancing around his desk. And on it, you see several files. On one, there's like a few photographs that the file is open, and there's a few photographs that you see. And one of them is of the burning building, one that looks quite familiar to you. Several other pictures of the building in at different angles, and then after the fire had been put out. You also see pictures in a different file of the bank. These are mainly aftermath photos, but also some security cam footage that's been taken in still forms as well. You see some different mugshots, mostly of people that you don't recognize. And then one thing catches your eye. You see it's just a corner of a photograph. You see someone's arm that's heavily tattooed. And one of the tattoos is kind of the triple spiral shape of a Triskelion. And it's circled in a red marker or Sharpie. But nothing's written next to it.
Okay. Yeah, I think after his spiel, if there are, because you said some of the photos of like the apartment fire are up on like a billboard or something,
Yeah, sure.
or
I think some of them are on the desk, some are on like posted up onto the pin. Yeah, the pushboard or pinboard.
yeah. Well, thank you for the reassurances, Detective. It does help. Is that bank where those superheroes were? Does the police department have a superhero squad yet? Like how are you all dealing with that?
I really don't like calling them superheroes.
Sure, that's what we all call them at the school, but
Yeah. Well, these... I know they think they're probably doing the right thing, but they don't have training at all. They don't know how to de-escalate situations. All they seem to know about is smashing things up. We have a completely, like a bank, the police, we are trained how to take care of situations, de-escalate, and cause as little damage as possible. And we've had, in a span of just a week or two buildings completely destroyed by these vigilantes. Whew, that's good! Trademark it! It's good.
well, I'm sure these vigilantes appreciate all that you and the other police members do, and yeah, I hope you find them and stop them from doing any more damage.
You believe me, we're working on that. We've got to have a whole new division now, and I have full confidence that Amari will figure something out.
All right, yeah, she did. She's the one who came to talk to our school. Is she heading up that department?
That's right.
All right, well, I've already taken up enough of your time. I'll get out of your hair now.
Yeah, we're working around the clock on this. Take care of yourself.
I'll do my best.
All right. So now we're going to go back to Olivia and Kiki. As you go, do you take the elevator up a floor or do you take the stairs?
No,
or do you even go to the second floor?
I take the stairs if we're going upstairs.
Yeah, let's take the stairs. That's good.
Okay. I think as you go upstairs, you see two people kissing, and then they like stop when they see it, and they act like they're doing something else. Like, one of them rubs the back of their head, and it's like looking at the papers, and the other one is just kind of like, just starts looking at their phone nervously.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Nice.
And you arrive at the second floor.
Then I guess we go over to the room we're supposed to go to with Mr. Rick.
Which one was it?
234.
Yeah,
The one.
that's the one. All right. Oh God, now I have to voice. Okay.
Did
Rick
this to himself.
Rickerson.
I was
All right.
imagining him as Ron Swanson this whole walk up the stairs.
All right. Let me try to.
Oh boy.
Yes. No. Yes. I've never done Ron Swanson's voice. I
The
don't know how to
face
do
is
that.
really good.
What can I do for you? His eyes are like weirdly wide all the time, though. He's got big eyes. I can't do that without looking shocked.
Well, we're here for the school, for the job shadowing. Our
Job shadowing.
Yeah.
What job are you shadowing?
Just something here at the police station. We kind of interested in police stuff, and just wanted to know more.
All right. So why are you here?
Well, the lady at the front desk said we were supposed to come to you.
Yeah, you were on our forms.
Is that right?
Yeah, right here. Points to the sort of Rickerson.
Brickerson.
Her handwriting's hard to read.
All right. So you want to learn about blood spatter?
Yeah, I think it's kind of fascinating. I've seen it on TV.
Okay, but have you seen it on the floor? And the walls? On the ceiling? On the inside of an ice box?
I caught myself shaving last week. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean, guys don't
He looks
realize
at
that
you
girls see a lot
real
of blood.
intently. Looks at you real intently. He's like, yes, that counts.
Okay. I mean, no, Kiki's right though. Like, women see a lot of blood.
It's not that scary.
No.
No, not scary. Come with me. And then he guides you back to the to this room where he hands you both these kind of white plastic ponchos to put on.
Oh my gosh.
Is he okay?
Come on, girls. I'm like,
Okay.
what was your names again?
Does he have a chainsaw?
Yeah.
To recreate the blood splatter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. My name's Kiki.
Olivia.
All right, hold on.
Oh, wait, were we supposed to use fake names?
Whoops.
No.
So remember
'cause
forever.
no, this is like our alibi,
Oh, okay.
sort of.
Okay.
They say over
never-
the war of the chainsaw.
They would never. We're texting. They would never expect us to use our real names.
And then as Rick Rickerson pulls out this chainsaw, sets this this round squib. That's so loud. It sets up this what you find out is a spherical squib filled with human blood or not human blood, but human blood simulant or synthetic human blood and meat, and he just goes and he's doing this inside a VW punch bug, and just making notes, and then after it happens to he starts to draw lines here to here, and he starts talking about geometry, and is real excited about angles.
Mr. Rickerson?
And then he looks at you like, yes.
Is this like a common scenario?
You never know.
I guess.
Because it's good to be prepared.
I'm sure it's happened somewhere. Somewhere eventually.
Right. We're also supposed to have a tour of the station at some point. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, a tour.
He's breathing heavily.
I mean, I really don't want to take away from your geometry because it's fascinating.
Well, what else would you like to see?
I don't know, just some of the cool stuff here at the station.
She's like, you want to see gunshot splatters? I have to get the firing range for that one.
Maybe we could just, like, I don't know. Are there any other cool things? When they did the assembly at the school, they said they had all of this cool, like, new technology that they were using. Is that like computers and stuff?
I expect so. Sorry, I'm killing myself right now. I need a. Well, sure. If you're into computers, there's a lab on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
I think that's where the new division is setting up.
Should you go with us, or can we just...
No, I need to stay here.
That seems right.
We don't wanna interrupt your work. It's very important.
Thank you
And then-
so much.
And then he clicks. He's like, Alexa.
Play Despacito.
I was gonna do that. I was trying to think of an like Ave Maria or something like that. And this operatic voice begins to resound in the room as you shut it behind you, as you hear like, and then he's just, really into his work. But yes. I'm sorry. That really got away from me. So let's go back to Rose. Let's go to Rose. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
I don't care what I'm doing. Watching that, hopefully. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do and walk to my aunt's office, but I'm going to take the longest, most complicated way to go there, walking down as many hallways as I can.
Okay. You walk down 5 hallways.
Okay. Looking in doors and windows and stuff as I go.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular, or just like anything that looks interesting or good, or?
I'm looking because we were looking for tech, and I assume since Lambast didn't claim it, or we didn't set that up in the last scene, if Lucas could be with me, then we can coordinate in rooms that I can't see in. Maybe he turns into a sheet of paper or something and slips underneath it.
Sure. All right. So yeah, sure. Lucas can be with you, disguised as a.
Oh, I have a good idea. Disguised as a shoelace on one of my shoes, and then he can slip under the doors when I walk or stand casually near them.
All right. So, are there any rooms in particular that you want to infiltrate?
I guess if they have any sort of lockup, or any sort of room that might be any, like, I guess I don't really know where police would keep
evidence. Are you looking for an evidence locker?
No, not really that. No, I don't really care about evidence, but mostly just the superhero like tech that they were talking about.
Okay.
Any place they might keep any of the gadgets and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Armory.
All right, cool. So what we're going to do, I'm going to see what Ian, what was the last thing that you were going to do before we left your scene?
I mean, he would have thanked the detective and left, and presumably the characters know what's going on better than Alex does. Ian would have gone to wherever his rendezvous point with them was, if there's a door that needs to get the knob broken or something for them to get to.
So this is what I'm going to say. You all find yourself, and I'm going to change the floor of the thing because 3rd floor sounds not super heroic enough. I'm going to say the 13th floor because that's way more fun. Ian, Rose, and the two of you make your way up there. each from your different routes. Ian, you being held up with the detective, and Olivia and Kiki being held up with Rick Rickerson, and Rose just taking the most circuitous route that she possibly could. You all end up arriving there at roughly the same time. So the hallway itself is quite different, I would say. There's some security cameras that have been around on the other floors, but this one seems different. It seems a little bit more heavily guarded. While there were some like police officers on the lower floors, here you have police officers that are like in full SWAT gear, like completely geared up, and but just stationed by certain doors.
So, want to just walk up and knock him out and see what's in the door?
Somehow, I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know. I could say I'm looking for my aunt, but that bit's getting a bit old at this point.
I mean, they haven't heard it.
True. Do you want to stay here? I'll walk over, see if I can get them away from the doors. Say I need an escort, or I'm lost, or something. And
If it doesn't work, I can always make them forget they saw you.
Okay, sounds good. Y'all stay here. And I'm going to walk around the corner and start walking up to them like with an expression of like, oh God, I'm finally found somebody. And I'll actually say that and say, oh, finally. I don't know.
As you approach, I think a couple of the guards seem to tense up a little bit. But there's someone else like behind the heavily armored guards who it seems like in a more like a not a suit, but like in a button-up shirt, tie kind of loosely. Like, oh, you're Amari's. Yeah. I recognize you.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I was actually looking for Jillian, my aunt, and I got a bit turned around. She wasn't in her office, and I just kept walking, and I guess I walked up a few flights of stairs. Is she up here by any chance?
Yeah, she's up here, but I'm afraid that you can't be. Lots of sensitive things going on up here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I didn't see any signs or anything.
That's fine. I mean, I'll let her know that you're here if you just want to wait in her office.
Yeah, is there some place I can wait up here? It's just it's a long wait. 13 floors. That's a ways to go. Is there somewhere I can wait nearby? And what I'm trying to do here, I have a move.
Okay.
Are you watching closely?
Okay.
When you mislead, distract, or trick somebody, I can roll superior, and I can attempt to get an opportunity or expose weakness or a flaw that like lure them away basically from a situation.
Okay. Roll it.
Cool. No.
First rolls a game.
It's an 8. So on a 7 and 9, I can choose 2. So on a hit, they are fooled, at least for the moment.
Okay.
And I can choose 2 from you get an opportunity, expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time, or avoid further entanglement. And what I'd like to do is get an opportunity, try to, for at least for my companions, and avoid further entanglement, try to get myself into a situation where I'm also not being like monitored by these people, and I can potentially meet back up with the rest of the group.
So I'm gonna solve both of those with one thing if you act quickly enough. So as you've kind of come up on this floor, most of the guards that were in the hallway have turned to face you and are facing your direction, and some of them have come closer to your side. of the building towards the stairwell where the rest of the group is. The detective who stops you basically is saying like, it's like, yeah, that's fine. You can wait in the stairwell. That's fine. If you just like, I can get you a chair if you just want to stay right here. And the detective goes down a room and goes into like a supply closet. And in the alcove where you are, you see down the hallway, pretty much open hallway where there aren't any guards, and you can kind of sense that there might be a little bit of a camera blind spot. And you are, and wait, what did I not explain? I feel like there's one more thing I needed to explain. The guards are looking towards your direction. On the end of the hallway, they are not looking. And so it's a place that if you can get to that, past them, you might be able to get further down the hallway. Okay. With your particular skill set is what I'm implying, but I yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to teleport in front of them. Is there a place that I can look to and be like, okay, I'll just go sit here and just sort of walk just for a second out of sight? And as I step out of sight, teleport to the other side of them.
Sure. Yeah, let's just say at the very end, there's like a little bit of an alcove right where the stairwell is, where there's 2 benches. And you're like, I'll just sit here. And we'll say the detective was going to actually tell Jillian that you were here, not getting a chair. So they went to like mention it. You step out of sight and you have an opportunity to move.
Okay, so I'm on the other side of the hall with the place that they're protecting right now at the far end underneath like a camera blind spot. Okay, what am I seeing here besides just like doors? Is there an open door somewhere around me? Okay,
sorry, Cooper has the zoomies. He just ran in here, and he ran right out. Yes, there are several doorways. One of them is marked with "Do not enter."
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of kick the floor a bit, look down and say, before I duck out of sight into that door, I'm going to whisper down to Lucas and have him, I guess, extendo his way as a shoelace up to the camera and say, do something about that.
Yes, of course.
And as soon as he detaches, I'm going to duck into the room that says do not enter.
Okay. You go into the room. And sorry, he's looking at me so weird. And you see a kind of a vast array of computer monitors, network, like these computers, towers. You see several like over the top, like big, large cathodes with it crackling with green energy inside of these like massive generators, like lots of like tech like that, which you're not really sure what it all does. But it seems like as you've all come in there, there's like a couple people that you see that their backs are kind of turned to you. They are all wearing these goggles on that have seemed for a second, I think you flinch when you see them, but like these appear to be something that's like directly feeding data into them, and they like actually are blind and deaf to the world around them. They're just kind of like bringing in all this data and inputting it.
I'm gonna does FaceTime exist in this world?
Yes, but it's butt time.
All right.
Just kidding. No, it's FaceTime.
All right. I was gonna commit to butt time, but all right.
I know, but
no.
But I know us. So no.
I think I'd quickly dial. I would quickly dial.
Butt dial.
Kiki's phone, and FaceTime her and say, "Okay, I'm in. look at this. And I just kind of sweep across the room and show everybody what's happening in here.
Whoa.
I don't think they see me.
Do you need any help? Are you okay?
You can do
I mean,
group. There's group FaceTimes are also a thing.
Yeah, well,
So
I
it's like
assume that
it's like
they're
just
also-
like Brady Bunch style, like.
Okay. My assumption is that they'd all look at her phone, but
Well,
I'll group FaceTime them.
Well,
And Shiller Mother will say, "I can bring somebody in here now that I've seen it. But is there something? Do any of you feel like you could help? I left Lucas outside. Could I go back and get him?"
Did we see what like Lucas did? Like we went up to the camera and everything. Did we see him?
sure. Yeah, I think you see him like he tied up all around it, and then like there's like this blinking red light on top, and then like starts to blink very fast, and then it goes like blue, and then like then it starts to turn into like this rainbow prism, just like of lights, kind of like a siren, and and let's one more thing, and then you know how normally it's like it's like doing.
Well, I think Lucas is taking care of the camera.
We'll say all the cameras are doing that just for fun.
Cameras.
just
They're all just bouncing in time.
and all you hear boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and snake.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I mean, I can help if you get caught. So.
I can bring you guys in here if you want to. I'm just gonna start walking up to computers and like tapping buttons and see what's on them.
Okay. Tap buttons, and like a terminal prompt comes up, and it's like bloop, and the cursor bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh, this is too complicated for me.
Come get us.
All right. I pop back to where they are and pop people back in.
Okay.
Whoa.
So what do you do?
Start looking around for drones.
All right. So you look around and you see, you don't see a completed drone, but you see several that are being constructed and like repaired. They are very, very advanced. These aren't just your typical Amazon delivery drones. These are like UFO style drones that they have in there.
Is there a camera in here?
Not that you see.
Okay. Damn. Well, do you think we should just take stuff?
I mean, isn't that what we came here for?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to start shuttling stuff back. Should I just take it straight back to the sanctuary, or should I dump it somewhere else first till we can unlowjack them, hijack them?
I guess that would kind of be the opposite of flowjack.
Yeah.
This is weird, you guys.
This is really weird. I want to poke one of them and see if they respond.
Don't do that.
So you said there was like a cursor on the screen
Mhm.
that rose. He's gonna go over there and start
Okay.
typing away at it. See
All
what
right.
happens.
What are you going to type?
Gonna type superheroes. See what happens.
Okay.
And this is now that scene from The Incredibles.
Wait, which one?
The first one where Mr. Incredible breaks into the thing and it's
Oh, and it shows all the film. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yes, and a directory comes up
Oh,
of several serial numbers.
okay.
A long list of different numbers. Just bloop, 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 bloop. It's getting printed out on the screen. Just bloop, 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 bloop.
Go to the first one and try to click. I guess there's a keyboard, like a regular keyboard that I'm typing at, or is it all like touchscreen?
I guess it is 2050. So yes, it's also touchscreen. So you can just like click the file and it will open up. And
Click
what you see is let's see. Let me get this right. What you see is a series of what is that? 12 numbers. Like 2 numbers, a decimal, 4 numbers, a space, a negative double number, decimal, and then 4 numbers following that.
Any chance you can repeat that?
Is that latitude and longitude?
Olivia does know that.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's a bunch of locations.
To where?
Obviously superheroes, Rose. I don't know.
How,
He's gonna
though?
Pull out his phone and just like on Google Maps start entering the numbers, see if any of them show anywhere familiar.
Okay.
There
think
can't be
you-
that many.
You punch in one of the this series of numbers, and it lands on Beacon City.
Where within Beacon City, or is it not that specific?
Right behind you. We'll say that. Is Lucas with you all?
I'll go back out and get him.
Okay. I think the program that he has running on there will run its course in about 5 minutes. But for right now, the security cameras are like badger. And Lucas. Ooh, He doesn't seem to be like any more shocked about this than any other place that he's ever seen. So what is this? Is this a place where all the everything happens?
This is the room where it happens.
Yeah.
But we should probably take a picture of all these coordinates.
Oh, good idea.
Do we have time to open every file?
I think Lucas pulls out of his pocket a one of those USB 2s because it's the future, and just like puts it in the computer, and it's like, I believe this should perhaps give us remote access to this terminal.
Is this like Canadian technology?
Oh yes, this is Canadian technology for sure.
You just have that?
We have lots of Canadian technology in Canada.
That must be how they pronounce it in Canada.
Jays, Canada.
That's so cool.
All right, well, if that's all we need, then we should probably get out of here before we get caught.
Canada?
Lucas, do you want any of these drones? Or drone pieces?
Oh, we see. Yes. Hi.
Languages.
All right. I'm going to dump these in the woods behind the Walmart on the north side of town. So it's far away from us. And then I'll come back and then we'll get out of here.
You could also perhaps dump us all there.
I could take us all there if you want to. I just figured you guys wanted to go somewhere. Okay, let's go. And
or if we can just go back straight to our... I mean, we can go there. That's fine. Let's take a walk. Let's see the woods. I don't know. Continue. What do you do, Ian? You haven't said anything in a minute.
I mean, at that, if Lucas had said we could just go straight back, Ian would remind him, no, we gotta get the trackers out of the drones first before we take them back to the base. So that's when we've got to go somewhere random so that you can work your mojo on them.
All right, we good now?
Rose, can you drop me on a lower floor?
Oh, it's like, hold on.
If I've been there, which floor?
Is there like an archive or something? Like case files?
Yeah. I don't know if I've been there.
Can you drop me by like a sign that points there?
Yeah, I also assume that we're gonna have to walk out of here, or people are gonna be suspicious that we came in and never left.
Oh yeah, so probably just teleport just Lucas out there. The rest of us will go out.
Yeah,
on
no
our
one
own.
saw him.
Well, I'll come back and I'll put all of us in the rooms that we want on different floors, and then we'll make our way out individually.
And as you all are kind of talking about this, like Lucas is just turned into that detective that greeted you in the hallway. As he's kind of like looking at the drone and then just removes tracker module from the drone and sets it to the side.
Well, there we go. Lucas, you just want to walk your way out of here then?
It's whatever, of course. I would like to just walk out
I'm
of
going to
here.
teleport him out if he's going to talk like that. I grab Lucas and the drone parts, and
Okay.
if he's already removed the tracker, then I teleport them back to the base.
Okay.
And then I come back, and then I'm going to put you guys on the second floor, and then I'm going to teleport down to the first floor. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Some more. Any other suggestions?
I just wanted to try typing my own name into the computer and see what comes up.
Okay. You type it in,
You keep go shice.
and it goes, root password required.
Try password.
Password 1234.
Okay. Ha ha ha. But seriously, root password. Security clearance not met. Alarm sounding in 3.
Okay.
Rose, second floor now!
I grab them and I teleport us all down to the second floor.
Okay. And as you get there, like right as you get there, you hear in the distance, or like an alarm that begins to sound.
Oh no.
I
We should act natural.
teleport back up to the 13th floor, around the hall, around the corner that I was at, and I sit on the floor.
I'm listening to some of these alarm sound effects, and they're like ratch.
Let's find those ponchos that we were wearing earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get
Should I find somewhere to stick around, or should I get out of here?
where were you? Who's last saw you?
The homicide detectives.
What floor was that on? Maybe you should go over there.
Just a second.
I would just ditch.
And there's a bustle of activity as
Maybe
the
go to
two-
the bathroom.
as the two kissing cops like get themselves like all straightened out, and they
Oh,
start
dang.
to run upstairs.
They went in there for a while.
Breathe,
At
guys,
least
breathe.
4 minutes. Those animals.
Kiki, I really wanted to look for something while we were here.
Like what kind of something?
Like a file.
Okay. Well, maybe we can walk.
That's what
Oh, God.
Ricky Rickerson running down the hallway is like, what was the alarm about?
Oh,
We
Like,
just heard
just-
this
just
alarm
making
go
these-
off.
All these bloody footprints, just runs by. He's like, what's going on? And he's gone. He's out of the scene.
Who made this guy?
Wait, quit.
I don't think the ponchos are helping at this point.
Maybe not.
I take mine back off.
We should probably all just get out of here, unless you think now would be a good time to check whatever else it is, Olivia.
Nobody'll be looking. Can I just look around for a sign real quick to see if there's like an archive or like case files this way?
Yeah, there's one right there. Case files this way.
Great, I go that way. Just
Okay.
real quick.
All right, so you go down the hallway, and there's another sign that says, JK, it's the other way. And you're like, oh,
Crap!
you go down, and then on the other side of that sign you saw first, it says, it gives you the right direction. And then you head down that hallway, running towards the case files.
Rick Rickerson designed this hallway.
Yes. All right, so what's next? So you run, and there's a door that says case files. In this door.
I open the door.
All right. Inside, once you open the door, there's a sign that says, like, you're in the room with the case files. And there's just a long, no, I'm just kidding.
Is this what they're really wasting the taxpayers' money on?
Yeah, there's several rows of file cabinets there.
I try to figure out, are they sorted by last name, maybe?
They're sorted by middle name, second letter.
Crap, I don't know that.
Oh, yeah. No, yes, they're sorted by last name. Alphabetical, for sure.
I go to the eyes.
Okay.
Ian is keeping a lookout at the door.
Okay.
Presumably there's some kind of window or something. Like,
Are you, okay.
yeah.
Sure.
He's keeping an eye out.
Looking through that kind of foggy, what do they call that? Like windows that are...
Frosted glass.
Frosted, thank you. I was like, foggy.
Foggy glass.
That foggy glass.
I'm gonna look
Alright.
through the files really quick, and I'm gonna see if there's anybody with the last name Ian.
Okay. Gosh, I'm sure there are.
I look for someone named Malcolm Ian.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there is someone there with last name Ian, whose first name is Malcolm.
Is there only one?
Shh, yes.
I take
No, there's
it.
five.
I take
There's
them all.
five.
I take
Okay.
all five, and it's stick
There's
in my
five.
bag.
Okay. Okay. All right. You've stolen government documents. What's next?
Yeah, we should go.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know what you need those for, but I hope it's worth it.
I'll explain later.
Okay.
Let's go while the alarm is still on and no one's looking at us.
All right. Excellent. So you all make your way out of the police station, and I think you find yourself back eventually. Maybe I think it's about 8 or 9 at night by the time you all get back, and you arrive at the sanctuary, and Lucas is there with the stolen equipment. And he's also ordered tacos for everyone. Spicy McTacos.
Yes.
Yes. And everyone's got their favorite kind there, except for Olivia, who doesn't like them because she's no fun, apparently. The faces that she's making right now. But he's so proud of himself. He's like, yeah, so, your spicy McTaco. And he's like, but I have tapped into the police mainframe, and I am. There's a lot of data here, and so there's a lot of incoming information that's going to take me a while to pass through. But of course, something that seems to be stick out hot from the top is that there seems to be some sort of mega monster in downtown.
What, right now?
Yes, it's very exciting.
Like they locked it up, or like is this happening right now? Like,
Oh no, it's over the top. It's like a big mega monster, and it's like fighting the helicopters and everything. It is quite cinematic.
Are you sure you're looking through Are you sure you're looking through the evidence you just didn't discover Netflix?
So I mean, it's maybe perhaps a little column A, a little column B, but here we are. I'm looking at the data that's come in since you all kind of faffed around for a long time before you got back here.
Ian is going to go poke his head out through like that window that we have that also doubles as an escape hatch and see if, there are sounds coming from the downtown direction.
Sure, you stick your head out the window, and what you hear in the distance is a big mega monster rampaging downtown.
Let's do it.
But let's take a break first, everybody. This is Wonderworld: Origins. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're going to be back in who knows how long because we're bad at breaks.
10 to 15 minutes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. Hello. As we left off, when we left off, there was Rick Rickerson running down the hallway. No, just kidding. What there was lots of police in the distance as a giant monster appears to be rampaging in downtown Beacon City. So, what do you all do?
Suit up.
Yeah.
Get a Batman style cut of us all putting on different parts of our costumes.
All right, clink, clonk, clink, clonk, clink. All right, let's switch to. Ooh, that's much louder. I'll bring that down just a bit on my end, and I'll bring those sirens down just a scooch too, because they don't need to be that loud. Okay, all right. So you're all putting on your suits, and there's clickins and bucklins and Velcro, and you're all ready to go. So you traverse the city. As you grow closer, you see these like searchlights kind of like cutting these like lines in the night sky. As you see this dark, huge shape silhouetted behind all the lights as it roars once more. I'm gonna turn it down this time a little bit. Now I'm gonna turn it back up. It's better when it's loud. As you hear it stepping in the distance.
As we
that was
approach,
interesting.
As we get in, Ian would have talked about a couple of things. One, just talking about how the detective you talked to said, we're not really great at our de-escalation skills. Maybe something to work on in the future. But right now, I don't think we can really de-escalate that. So my plan is to punch it and hope that works.
I can get you up in its face.
I can boop it on the snoot real good.
Get it. Can we see how big this thing is?
All right.
Pretty big shape, but
How big do you think it is?
It sounded like it was like 20 stories tall, but I'm not sure.
yeah.
Godzilla.
It's 21 stories tall.
Damn.
Because it spiked up its hair this morning.
Oh no.
So as you get closer, you see a massive Godzilla-shaped thing, a little bit like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, with not 2 short little arms, but 4 short little arms. So it's twice as effective in very short range. But so this double Tyrannosaur screeches again and smacks into a building with its tail, and there's a huge explosion because that building was explosive. And
Oh my god, the fireworks factory!
Yeah, the fireworks factory goes up in sparkling doom.
Well, good thing there are at least 5 more of them in this city.
That is true. Fireworks are a big export of Beacon City. There's also these, because it has to be in every episode. All right. Helicopters are buzzing around. All right. What's next?
All right, I guess we'll go high, you guys go low, and try to bring it down.
Yeah, I mean, do we actually have a plan for this other than just hit it until it goes down?
I mean, maybe we can see if we can get it out of the city.
That would
like-
also work.
Make it move somewhere.
But Rose, you're the most maneuverable here. Are you good with taking point on this?
Sure. I guess we just got to find a clear way to take it towards the ocean.
That
Maybe.
works. There was that old Godzilla cartoon where it came in and out of the ocean, so maybe that's where this one lives.
All right. What if you think the two of you could get us could lure it someplace if we get its attention? I can get Lambast up there, boop it on the snoot, and then
I can make
tell
some
it out of there.
shiny stuff.
I imagine
I
that might
don't know.
distract it.
What is Godzilla like?
Big shiny hunks of meat. Big turkey leg. Just the biggest turkey leg you can make.
That's a good
And
idea.
it blows up another fireworks
we
factory.
gotta- No, there's only 3 left.
Homecoming is gonna be ruined.
All right. I'm going to grab onto Lambast, and I was
Wait.
like,
Time out. Are we going into combat? Are we doing that thing where there's a leader? Does that thing happen now?
"Oh,
I think so.
yeah."
So who is the leader?
I propose Rose.
You propose?
All right.
I'll go with that.
So what if it? I forgot the move. If we go into combat, we have a clear leader. We get
I think you get a team point, right?
I
Yeah,
think
so
so.
we
Instead
got
of-
one just for going into combat, I
That's
think.
true. Okay.
All
right.
Where is that thing?
I
don't know what
am.
it's called.
There's a team pool at the top.
Is it?
Team mechanics. When you enter battle against a
Oh, there it
dangerous
is.
foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. Okay. So we're up to 3. If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team.
I do not have a influence over Olivia. Or nope. I don't have influence over Kiki. So no.
Okay. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. We're working to get this thing into the ocean and out of the city. So, yep. That puts us to 4. If any team ever mistrusts the leader or the team remove a team, I don't think so. If your team is ill-prepared or off balance, remove a team. Do we feel prepared to fight a giant monster thing?
I don't feel prepared to fight a giant monster
Yeah,
thing.
so I'm gonna go ahead and subtract 1 for that one.
Well, is not being prepared the same as being ill-prepared? Probably. Okay.
Okay, so that puts us at 3 team that we have.
Okay.
All right.
Or the leader of the team
Resume
can mark
time.
a condition to avoid removing a team from the pool.
Oh.
Or we can, not.
I'm gonna avoid marking condition for now.
Yep, that's fair.
I think 3 is good. All right. And I looked at everyone very seriously and I say, Raffle Stomp Squad. Let's raffle stomp it. And I'm gonna take Lambast. And is there some like building that's like on par with the creature? Maybe some sort of like crane that's just over its head?
Yes, I think there's one building that's under construction with a crane kind of, leaning over the top of it that you could like Lambast could. I mean, well, I would guess you could port over there. I keep forgetting to teleport. So yeah, boop, you can boop over there with a crane that's leaning right over the massive streetway where the monster is heading through.
I teleport up there. I look at him and say, "All right, go get him. I'll catch you."
All right. Here goes nothing. And now I'm trying to think: is this more directly engaging or is this
Yeah.
provoking?
Well, what are you doing? Are you just like, come on, come on?
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea is to launch myself from the building and just
Okay. If you're gonna
Punch
smack
it
it,
straight.
that's a danger. That's like
okay. Directly engage.
directly engage.
Yep. Okay, and I'm just double checking. No, I'm not doing punch everyone, so this is my labels are not shifting here. So let's just roll to engage. Ooh, that's a 12 for a full hit.
Okay, so what happens? on a
Alright.
full hit.
Yep. I should pull this.
Oh, I need
so
it.
I get to on a 10 plus pick 2. So I think. So it's either resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I think I definitely want to create an opportunity for my allies, and I guess maybe. Just surprise it. It's probably mostly been shrugging off everything so far, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, this tiny boy comes and just boom,
Okay.
boop it in the snoot.
Sean, when do I throw on conditions for the villain? When does that happen?
When they
Does it-
take a powerful blow, and that's
Alright.
pretty much just when you decide it's appropriate.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna say, oh, why not? This qualifies. As you run across the, run up the crane, you leap off, bring it all the way back, and slam down the nose. And this creature goes like, reels back, and kind of screams, and you say, "Oh gosh!" And then it's going to kind of like stumble and like kind of like its back kind of slams into the building behind it, and it is distracted. And now it is going to. I'm going to give it the condition, angry. And
right.
so what it's going to do is, let's see.
Now, did it actually say those words, or is it just making?
Yes,
Okay.
it did. So what it's going to do, and I think I'm not supposed to like read these, but
So you're good.
so what it's going to do is going to break the environment, and it's just going to like spin around with its tail, and that building that Rose is on, its tail is going to knock out all the supports to it, and this massive building under construction is just going to crumple and like begin to collapse as Rose, you're now falling through the air.
Oh crap. I guess I'm just gonna just try to focus on something while I'm falling and try to teleport over to one of the nearby buildings.
Sure. Let's is there a defy danger roll in this or something?
There is there's unleash your powers, and there is take a powerful blow.
I'm gonna say do a unleash your powers, because this is something you can do very easily in most situations, but this is under duress.
Yeah.
So we'll make you roll for this one.
Yeah, I have been going with sort of the fiction that Rose's powers are not always reliable, as per the time where she ended up in the wrong building when you guys fought the things in the bank. So I'm going to roll plus freak.
Okay.
4.
All right. So on a miss, you take a condition, right? Or
No, I mark
What-
potential, and then I guess you get to subject me to whatever you want. Essentially, I'm trying to pull up the move. What happens on a miss? Unleash your powers on a miss. Doesn't really say.
Okay.
I just don't do it.
I'm gonna give Kiki or Olivia a chance to act to try to save Rose as she teleports, but it's not in the correct trajectory, and she misses the other building, the roof, and she begins to plummet.
How high up is she?
Less than 21 stories, falling rapidly.
Between two buildings, I'm gonna try to psychic construct one of those big things that firemen catch people in the movies.
Sure, a trampoline.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll. Unleash your powers.
7?
Okay, cool. And that just what you try to do happens, or just you'll have to refresh my memory on
It
a
is
lot of these things.
on a 7 to 9. Either it works, but either mark a condition or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Okay.
I have to do one of those, but it works.
I'm gonna say that it works, and Rose, your fall gets slowed, but the once you impact, the trampoline kind of throws you up, and then breaks apart. So you kind of, and then you still have another like 6 floors beneath you.
Oh,
And
shit.
I'm gonna give Kiki a chance to do something.
Okay. What can I do? Maybe using my ability to like substance mimicry, like maybe getting the idea from the trampoline, maybe making the ground soft.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know if this is like defend someone or unleash powers.
I'm gonna say unleash powers.
Okay. Cool. Then roll 3. Oh no! I got a
Okay.
6, which is a miss.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. You make the ground soft, but a little too soft as Rose
Oh, no.
slips through the pavement and then disappears. And the floors are.
Where'd she go?
Rose, you splash into the sewers below. Your fall slowed down enough to not. You get banged up when you land, but mainly you're stinky. And you're also in almost total darkness. In the on either end of the tunnel, you can see some beams of light shining through from like the burning fireworks outside.
Crap.
Exactly. So we're gonna go to. All right, we're gonna give. So Lambast had a proper turn. We're gonna give Olivia a proper turn now. What do you want to do?
I guess I'm gonna do what Rose said and try to get out in front of it and distract it. Oh my gosh, but it talked. That changes things.
I mean, I did create an opportunity for my allies
Yes.
with my engagement.
And you have a lot of team points that you could have used. Actually, I probably should have reminded you of that.
We did not do that.
Wham, wham.
Okay, I want to see if I can. This is a big thing. I don't know if there's a limit to how big of things that I can make, but out in front of it, I want to see if I can create like the image of a helicopter that looks like the other helicopters that are flying around, but it's like really like bright and shiny and looks like it's shooting at his face, and I want to kind of make it like fly around his head like a really annoying fly and then try to like lead it off towards water.
Okay.
I want to try to get it to chase my shiny helicopter.
All right. That's a lot of good things. So because of the opening that Lambast gave you, I'll give you a +1 on this.
Okay. Is that still unleash your powers?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure, Mama Jama.
+1. That's a 6.
Okay. So, bam, 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 you do have team points. I can remind you now.
Yeah, would that bring it up to a 7? So that would pass.
I don't know how they work.
That would, yeah. You just have to be.
Oh yeah, sorry,
in a
I didn't know
position
that
where
was
you-
actually a question.
yeah.
Yes.
You just have to be in a position where you can do something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if someone can figure out how to help her with this, because I'll describe what happens. So she's
Yeah,
creating
say it.
this thing, but this is probably the most involved non-illusion like construct that she's ever created before, and it's a tremendous strain on her as this thing is shaking and like fritzing in and out of existence. What does someone needs to come in and help her out? And that includes you, Rose. Even though you don't really see what's going on, I like we could say you port out of the sewer back onto the street, and can see what's going on.
Okay.
Covered in poo poo. That has to happen. So you're stinky. You're a stinky turd, lady.
I don't know.
If no one can, all right. I will give you all 12 seconds, and otherwise it will fail.
All right. Are there any like searchlights around that are being used by the police? Okay. I'm going to teleport to one of those spotlights that they're using, and I guess throw the police officer who's using it off of it, or just pop them out of the way as I'm coming through. And try to angle it like straight into this thing's eyes, and trying to like get its attention, lure it in the direction of where she's trying to get it to go.
Okay, excellent. So I think like, yeah, exactly. So you shine in its eyes, and it kind of like shirks from it as all these these psychic missiles that are constructed from your mind begin to pepper across it. He's, oh my gosh, stop it! Yeah. So your goal was to just distract it and lead it towards the helicopter. And so it's going to swat. You can't tell me what to do. And then it smacks out at the helicopter. But you with your mind, you pull the helicopter back just out of its reach. But because you just got a 7, I'm going to give you an option. You can maintain this and take a condition, or it's gonna falter and fail.
I'll take a condition.
Okay, what condition do you take?
I'm gonna take afraid. I think. I'm gonna take afraid because I think I'm getting really close to overexerting myself.
Okay. All right. Well done. So that's going to. I'm gonna Kiki. This is your chance to do something now. That I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Facet.
Facet. Oh, thank
Facet. Fantasia is distracting the T-Rex, which, by the way, is TWRECKS.
Okay.
Chat, do you get that? T-Rex. It's awesome. That's the villain name. So get with it. I'm sorry. So the T-Rex is standing above you. What do you do?
I think. Okay, that's my thing. Okay. Realizing that it's speaking human words, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, who are you?" I'm gonna try to pierce the mask.
Pierce the mask. Okay. Pierce that mask. Yeah, go ahead.
Figure out if this is a person or
Sure.
something. Okay, let's see. Mundane. A 10.
Okay. Tell me
So,
what that does, because
On a 10 plus, I asked.
Dunno.
Okay. So I get to ask 3 questions.
Okay.
And here are the ones to choose from.
Uh-huh.
What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I gain influence over you? What are you really planning? And what do you want me to do? Okay.
Lord Almighty.
That's a lot of questions. Okay.
Count of Monte Cristo. All right, so let's do this one thing at a time.
Okay. What do you intend to do?
I intend to destroy everything and everybody in this stupid city.
Okay.
I'll show him who's boss.
Oh. How can I get your character to not destroy the city? To leave? To stop doing? I don't know. Yeah. How can I get... Okay.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Here's. All right. Well, actually, let me do this in fiction because I'm just being silly with it. I think as you look, Kiki, as you look at, do you have any powers of discernment, or do you have or that I can flavor this with, or is it just?
Let's see. I have heightened physical abilities. Energy absorption and substance mimicry are like my powers. So I guess like physical, like maybe I could see real good. I don't know.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say with your energy absorption power, you realize that the thing that you're seeing in front of you is, in some way similar to Fantasia. It is a psychic projection. It is a physical thing, but it is pure energy, what has been constructed before you. And you can feel it humming all around. And you sense that the source of this projection is somewhere in the center of this creature. And as you kind of like pour through it and really draw all your senses to like in this moment to try to figure out what's going on, you sense a small child who is angry and scared and insecure, and is lashing out. So yes, they're just lashing out right now. For your first question, how you can get them to stop?
Deal with the crying kid.
Pat him on the back, say it's all gonna be okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Trent. I don't know what his name is. No, I do know what his name is. It's just not that. Okay, that was that second question. What was your third question?
Oh shoot, I didn't pick the third one. How about what do you want me to do?
And by you, it's the monster, right?
Yeah, what do you, you, the character that I'm using against, want me to do? I guess. That's how that
I want you to go boom!
Well, that wasn't helpful. Okay. Alright. Got it. Alright, and that's my turn, I guess. Sort of sensing all of that.
Yep. All right, excellent. So that's going to bring us back to Lambast, actually.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. Rose didn't actually have a turn. She just set you up, and then she didn't actually do anything. So we'll do Rose, and then we'll go to Lambast.
Okay. So I'm on the spotlight thing now, and I've gotten its attention. I'm just gonna. I guess I'm gonna try to gather some information from the team, and I'm gonna teleport over to where Olivia or I guess Facet and Fantasia are, and just be like, "All right, what are we doing? Any ideas?"
It's like a little kid in there.
I do want to paint the scene. As the three of you are huddled, I think Lambast, you're coming back around and like right in the ribs of the creature,
Yeah.
and it's like
Crunching it.
and you're just like dancing all around, like dropping elbows and like pulling at like these like ripping off like a piece of horn and like stabbing it into it, and like just there's like all these like wires that are like like those big like cords that they like pull like the girders or the all those things up, like you like pulled off and like you're like swinging around a big girder and like slamming it into it, and you're just like going to town in the background. I like in the background of this scene while they're talking, like, so what should we do? All right.
A kid. There's a kid in there.
I mean, it feels like kind of what Olivia could do, Fantasia
Right.
could do, and there's somebody inside there, and they're just, I don't know. I don't think it's kind of like Pyro, like they kind of can't control it. I think.
So this is somebody's powers. This isn't actually like a monster or something.
I think so. Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make an opening. Two of you get in there and punch him in the face or something. I don't know. Maybe you knock him out. The whole thing stops. All right.
Maybe.
And I am going to try to distract and try to get this thing's or use my powers a little bit here. I want to teleport onto some of the nearby buildings and start like going from rooftop to rooftop very in like quick succession and like yelling at this kid. And just be like, hey, you, Smelly, and go in the next loop. You're telling me like, bet you can't hit me, and then just like teleporting around and like just trying to distract.
Okay, that sounds like a provoke, right?
Yeah, I wanted to try to use my my ability, the Are You Watching Closely again.
Okay, go for it.
Provoke if that's more.
Well, what's
the same thing?
If it's the same roll, then it doesn't matter. But like whatever is the highest mod for you, go for that.
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing, but I think Provoke might be the better one for this situation. So that'll be plus superior. It's 7.
Okay,
So
that means
it's a hit. Means that I can choose 1. So for NPCs on a 7 to 9, they can choose 1 instead. So you get to choose whether they stumble. And I take +1 forward against them. They err, I gain a critical opportunity, or they overreact and I gain influence over them.
they overreact.
Okay.
And this enormous maw, this creature, was I'll show you, and then this atomic breath comes out, whizzing past you, slamming into another fireworks facility. Only 2 remain in the city.
God damn it. What are the odds he keeps hitting the fireworks buildings?
It's the fireworks district. What can I tell you? There's only 2 left though, and that's like this city's main export. So, just saying, lives are gonna be affected. Probably the massive fireworks industry. All right. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, he overreacted. So what do you do?
So I gain influence over them, which means I get +1 of them going forward, and I can use that influence. But I guess what I didn't say before is what I was trying to get them to do from the situation, other than blow up another fireworks factory, is to try to get them to move close enough where I could stop teleporting for a moment and switch on my power negation ability to try to open up like a section of their, which means I can't teleport anymore, so I'm stuck where I'm at as long as I'm doing this. But trying to open up maybe a section of this creature where one of my companions might be able to get through.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say you get to a building that you're kind of leading him a little bit closer to the. You're leading the T-Rex closer to the shore, the ocean. You're staying on top of a building, and it just blew up something nearby. You begin to use power negation, and this cavity slowly begins to form in the middle of his chest. It kind of spirals around this vortex, opening up a little bit, just a little bit of a gap. And what I'm going to do is going to give Lambast a +1 to something that he wants to do.
Yep. So, I don't know if it's been conveyed to him yet that there is a child in there, but now seeing the core exposed, Lambast is going to try and do a super leap in, grab it, and just like dive away.
Just bust out on the other side?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And presumably at some point he will see that it is a child and is then going to, use himself to cushion the blow.
Okay. I'm gonna say what? So what are your powers? I'm gonna say this is
super tough and super strong.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is unleash your powers.
Okay. So roll for freak with a +1. That is a 10.
Okay.
So
all right.
You do it.
All right. So you describe you running. I think so you've been like jumping around, like using all these like buildings and kind of like busting through. I see like jumping off him, punching, jumping off, busting through a window on an office building, and then jumping right back out from that floor back onto him, and like this, like throwing, like bringing with you a desk and slamming into him. So what you're gonna do this time is like you kind of scale up one side of a building, kind of like hand over hand, get up, and then you press yourself against the wall and spring out using your superhuman toughness. The wall behind you like crushes in from the force of your feet as you jump out. You slam, go straight through the center where this vortex is forming, slam into the child, and pop out the other side of this monster. And
yep, midair.
Fall down another
shit, you're a kid. And then trying to turn in air and make it so that we land with me on the bottom.
Okay, I can't. Okay, no, you're super tough. So you manage you fall down 10 floors from where that is, from kind of the center of this creature ish, and you slam down, cushioning the child. But I'm gonna say that you're winded for a bit, or you're all the breath is knocked out of you. You're and the creature kind of not being controlled by the child anymore. So what happens? You knock the child out with this, but its projection still lives, but without any motivation at all. So, but I'm gonna say it's severely diminished. So I'm gonna do another condition for it, and we'll just have one more after this. So it's going to lash out without thought at a threat, and it's just going to go boom, 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 and towards the building that Rose is on, and just headbutt straight into the building, exploding the whole thing. Rose, once again, you find yourself flying through the air.
God damn it, not again.
This time you can actually see the ocean from your spinning around, and you also see helicopters still buzzing around. You see lots of different things, and you still have team points if anyone can actually help with anything, stuff like that.
Okay. Am I getting an opportunity here to do something to protect myself, or is this?
Protect yourself.
Well, I guess I'm going to kind of switch my abilities and try to, when I see it as I'm spinning, I'm going to try to teleport into the ocean.
Okay.
And get out of the sky, finally, and clean myself off, maybe.
Unleash your powers.
All right. Freak it. Oh my god. It's the same roll as last time.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
All right. I kind of want to be a little bit mean.
That's fair. Do it.
So, because that's the second one.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, as you're spinning around, you see the ocean, but you flip around too fast and you don't time it right, and you actually go higher into the air above one of the helicopters, and you resume your fall.
Help.
Kiki.
Okay, so I see Rose kind of all of a sudden is falling on about to fall on a helicopter. I don't know what I can do. Other than, maybe turn the helicopter's blades into
Jello?
just a different substance.
Okay. All right. I dig it.
So I'm gonna try to do that.
All right. So these, unleash your powers.
Okay. See how this goes. 9.
Hit. Excellent.
Hit.
So, these powers are going to either, this actually would be good for you if they were temporary, but you can also mark a condition if you prefer to keep them permanent.
Okay. I think it might be good if the helicopter could get back to its normal blades.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So these gelatin Rose, I still think with the power of a helicopter engine, getting slapped by Jello would probably still knock you unconscious, but you aren't sliced into bits. I think you fall down and just Jello rotors whap into you, and sends you like your trajectory. So go, and you just like fling off to like at a crazy angle. Yeah.
Well, he's going towards the ocean.
Towards the ocean. We'll say towards the ocean. We'll be nice now.
Would that be take a powerful blow?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But you saved his life 100% facet. As this helicopter just suddenly starts to like kind of corkscrew and nosedive. After a while, after a few moments, like the rotors come back, but it's still in this kind of tailspin as the pilot frantically tries to get the helicopter back under control, but it's still careening down. Fantasia, what do you do?
I put a lot of energy into the helicopter bit, so I'm gonna try to, against my better judgment, keep that going and fly my shiny sparkly helicopter that's making a lot of noise right now towards the monster and try to get its attention to go away
the monster
from where
just follows. Yeah, you just maintain it, and the monster just keeps following it, crushing cars and buses as it unoccupied, but as it goes, just kind of
sorry,
with its four little arms, like.
Come on, boy! Come on!
It's like. Oh, I got one more roar, actually. One more roar. Yeah. All right. As it shoots another bolt and destroys the 4th fireworks facility. There's only one remaining in the city. Excellent. All right, so okay, fastest winded. Rose is unconscious, careening through the air. We'll say Lambast, so you kind of like pull yourself together. You have this unconscious, seems like a young boy, and with kind of dark hair, and it's unconscious in your arms on top of you.
Yep. Oh boy. Gosh.
Maybe 10 or 11 years old.
Yeah. Because I don't want to let him out of my sight, but also this thing seems to be kicking our collective butts. And I think I'm going to take a few super leaps with him kind of cradled and making sure I'm like protecting his neck so he doesn't get whiplash, but like super jump my way back over to where Fantasia is.
Okay.
Just like kind of lay the kid at her feet. I'm gonna go punch the thing some more, and I don't want to be carrying him when I do it.
Okay. You're talking to her, not me. Yeah. Yep. I'm silly.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless, is there something else I should be doing right now? Okay. Sounds good. And I'm just gonna shift a little so that when I do another super jump, the cracked pavement doesn't mess with them.
Okay.
And jump towards the thing, and I think this time I'll try and like jump at it from behind, grab the tail, and slam it into a building.
Okay. Alrighty. Unleash your powers.
Or would this be directly engaging?
Well, with that brute strength, because you're behind it,
Sure.
I would say this would be more of an unleash your powers.
Sure. All right. Let's see. That is a hit for a 9.
Awesome. So, let's see, the temporary. So I think you grab it, you pull it and stop it as it's kind of like, rampaging through the streets, and you slow it down to a halt.
I think on the 7 to 9, I might go with marking guilty so that I'm able to be strong and mess with it. But what the detective was saying about us just smashing everything up and not having good control, and also with it being a kid responsible for this, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm beating up a kid by doing this. So marking guilty, but then the effect is not temporary.
Okay. All right. Excellent. I love it. So I think you pull this thing to a halt, and you want to crush into a building? Is that what you want to keep doing?
Maybe thinking about that, try and just flip it completely over so that it's just the road and not a building.
Okay, so you pull back and go, whatever that move is called in wrestling. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
All right, anyway,
Suplex.
is it a suplex? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you pretty much do that with a 21-story tall monster.
Very strong.
It's very impressive. And there's and it slams. Everyone gets launched off their feet who is standing on the ground. Cars fly off the ground and like get flipped over. This creature slams in the ground, and the image of it and the shape of it just completely fragments into 1,000 pieces as it kind of flex off in this energy disruption that floods down the alleyways. And the creature, who is not stepping anymore, has been vanquished. But Rose is nowhere to be seen. And the boy, where's the boy?
At Fantasia's feet.
At Fantasia's feet. Fantasia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna lose the helicopter.
Oh yeah, I guess the helicopter has. Oh yeah. Also, helicopter is still craning down.
Oh gosh.
I will let someone act on that in the next 6 seconds.
I have superhuman strength and speed, so I'm gonna charge over there and just try to get it right before it hits the ground.
Okay. All right. Would this be defense or unleashing powers? Is there like is there a move for like just saving people? Savior?
That would be defend somebody is
Yeah,
a
that's
savior
savior.
move.
Yeah.
All right, do that.
7.
Yeah. So what is it? The conditions for that for a partial success.
Click. It costs you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Let's see.
What do you do, Fantasia?
I think I expose myself to danger.
All right. So I think you get underneath it and you hold it and you slow its descent and you get into the ground. You cushion the blow of the helicopter enough to where the people inside are safe, but you take a powerful blow as you get crushed between the helicopter and the pavement.
What do I do for that?
You roll plus
There
condition.
it is.
Yeah.
There's a button.
And Rose, it's still flying through the air.
So my question with it is, did I take all my conditions and get knocked unconscious, or did I take a powerful blow? Or what?
I think you took a powerful blow.
Okay.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
So-
I
It's a
just said
move.
yes.
Yeah, so essentially in the game, if you get hit with something, the DM can either like mark a condition or like can inflict a condition on you,
Oh.
or they can say you took a powerful blow and you have to roll plus conditions marked, and if you roll high, then bad things happen. So like
Okay.
before I rolled,
I'll say you getting hit by it and your subsequent landing after that is all of the powerful blow. So I'm
Okay.
not going to do like a second one. I think you get hit by it and get slammed into a building. You take a powerful blow.
Okay. So when I hit, I rolled a 7 before on that, which means that I can either lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to do something, or take advantage of influence, which I don't think is appropriate in this situation at this juncture. I can give ground and give my opposition an opportunity, or struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. I think right now the one that makes the most sense is to struggle past the pain, so I'll mark 2 conditions.
Okay.
I rolled an 8, so I get the same choices.
Okay.
I'm also gonna struggle past the pain.
Okay.
And I'm marking afraid and insecure.
Okay. Okay, Facet, you are with... No. Yes, Facet, you are with the child.
Yeah. And you said the child was unconscious?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you do as you see in the kind of like the like a few blocks away? You see police beginning to kind of come into the situation. They've been keeping their distance, unsure of what to do, but they're beginning to move in.
I'm gonna grab the kid and run off.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Where are you going?
I'm just trying to get out of there and not letting the cops see me.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You begin. Okay. All right. You begin to hightail it out of there. Lambast. You just suplex this T-Rex into oblivion. You can see a few blocks away, the police are beginning to flood into the area. What do you do?
Oh gosh.
You also saw Fantasia just get buried by a helicopter.
Yeah. So I think I trust Facet enough to, at least for the time being, she is more capable of handling things on her own power. So I'm going to go over to the helicopter, try and lift it off, help Fantasia out of her situation.
Okay. All right. So you go over there. I'm not going to make you roll for it. I think you lift off the helicopter and move it away gently, not injuring anyone inside. If they have any neck injuries or anything, you're very gentle about it. Fantasia's there, kind of at the bottom.
Sorry, Fantasia. I'm the one who's supposed to get hit by the big, heavy stuff. That should have been me. Come on, we gotta get out of here. And sort of help, drape her over my shoulder. I don't know if she needs that much help, but...
Not doing so hot right now.
Yeah, so I guess kind of fireman carrying her. And
all right, you fireman carry and begin to sprint. You spring up onto a bus that had flipped over, jump onto it, and jump onto another, and you begin to sprint down an alleyway far away from the devastation. Rose, you kind of pick yourself up from this rubble on the 8th floor of the building that you got smacked into. There are office chairs and desks that have been splintered. As you there's this path that you come through the window and smashed everything in your way. You're dazed and in pain, but you're conscious. And down outside the window in the alley or in the streets below, you can hear all this activity going on.
Okay. Because of my conditions right now, seeing the police coming in and seeing the state of everything, Rose is going to move to clear her afraid condition. She's going to run away.
Okay. All right. And you can bloop bloop, or you can just run. Either way, there's probably you're not going to get accosted by anyone.
I think she's I think I'm a little afraid to use my powers right now. I think I'm physically running away.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you make your way down 8 flights of stairs, and then just make your way back home. So we're going to go back to Sanctuary right now. After we turn that off, we're going to turn this back on, turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. Lots of music and sound effects going on. All right. So the Raffle Stompers return to Sanctuary. Kiki in her arms, a 10-year-old boy. Not long after, or actually at the same time, or maybe a little bit before, Lambast carrying Fantasia. And then a long time later, a weirdly long time later, Rose shows up, sweating. I don't think you've ever seen Rose sweat before. Probably has never had to exert herself and run any distance at all. So Rose is out of breath. I don't know if you even go back to Sanctuary. If you don't have to, if you don't want to.
Yeah, no, I think I would. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you get there, and Azrael's standing there. What do you do?
Kiki's just holding the kid. She's like, "Sorry, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't leave him there." I'm sorry I didn't talk to you guys about it first.
No, that's okay. Shit and Rose kind of hit the fan back there.
Huh.
Sorry. Yeah, no. Couldn't have left the kid there, but we obviously can't keep him forever.
So is that the little shit that did all this?
It's the one I pulled out of the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Great. Well, what are we gonna do with that?
Well, maybe he just needs to lay down for a second, and she's gonna like put him on the little cot that Ian usually has set up.
Oh, what if when he comes to, he turns into another, I don't know, Pokemon or something and blows up the rest of the school?
I don't know. Maybe he'll be okay. We just need to be. He's just a scared little kid. I don't know.
Bassett, as you're setting this child down onto the couch, he's wearing like an oversized t-shirt. It's too big for him. Looks like he got it from like a summer camp somewhere. You see just kind of under his collarbone what looks like a kind of swirl pattern, which is part of 3 swirl patterns that is rapidly fading from his skin.
Do you guys see this?
And then it's gone.
Would the others of us have caught it if you pointed it out in time? Or at the very least, presumably you describe what you saw.
Yeah, there was like a weird like mark on his skin a second ago, but it's gone now. It was kind of like this, and like pulls out her like sketchbook, and tries to draw it.
She pulls out her sketchbook.
Hold on, that looks a lot like something I saw. The detective I talked to today, he had a photo of a tattoo like that on some guy's arm, and it was with photos of the apartment that burned down and the bank, and this probably has something to do with all the super nonsense that's been happening.
Wow.
But the photo seemed like it was a tattoo, and this kid ain't got any tats anymore.
No, it disappeared. It's gonna like maybe go back to the kid and kind of like poke underneath and see if there's any others.
No, just a little boy under there.
Oh.
I'm gonna channel my power negation as he gets up.
It kind of sits up. It's like,
Hey, buddy.
where am I?
You're somewhere safe.
And as you kind of look at his face, you also see that he has a bruise over one of his eyes. Okay, he's got like a... And Lambast, if you weren't paying attention at the time, you had other things to do it, but you, in retrospect, you're like, that was there before you hit him or punched him or anything. That he had a black eye before any of this happened, apparently.
Hey, do you want some ice cream?
Not supposed to take ice cream from strangers.
Oh, well, we don't have to be strangers. My name is Kiki. What's your name?
I'm Jake.
Hi, Jake.
What kind of ice cream do you have?
Oh, we have lots of kinds. Looks at Rose.
I don't have any ice cream. Do you have ice cream? I want ice cream.
Do you have any with like oatmeal milk? I'm lactose intolerant.
I'm sure we can get some of that.
Or coconut milk, I guess, in a pinch.
I don't think we would have that stocked in our snacks supply.
Okay. Well, you find some kind of ice cream that works for him.
I'll go into the cafeteria and see what I can find. I'll go actually raid like the cafeteria like freezers and see what's in there. There's got to be some sort of ice cream in there.
All right. So you get some ice cream, and there's a few minutes pass where Jake tries to collect himself, and he's eating ice cream and just like, I want to go home.
Okay. Can you tell us where that is?
Yeah. And he gives his address, which is in one of the boroughs of Beacon City.
Dumb kid, just give your address to strangers.
Not strangers anymore.
And he turns to Eros, and like there's like a fire that kind of burns behind his eyes, just real quickly.
Just lock eyes with him.
Hey, you two. It's okay. We're hardly strangers. We're the superheroes that have been on the news.
I'm not dumb.
Of course you're not. So, can you tell us a little about what happened tonight, Jake? Both when you were out in the city and what happened there?
I don't know. I was going home after school. And there's these kids that like to pick on me. And I told them to stop. And I tried to ignore them because my mom said if you ignore them that they'll lose interest, but they didn't, and they kept pushing me around.
Did that make you mad?
I don't like getting pushed around.
Yeah, no one likes bullies. I get it, kid. Listen, I used to have a problem with bullies, and then I learned how to defend myself. I'm a black belt. Do you believe that?
In karate?
Yep. Special style called Kuksul Wan. I can tell you where the dojo is. You can get your parents to sign you up, start taking lessons.
Okay.
'Cause trust me, that's a much better way to deal with bullies than creating giant T-Rexes.
I didn't mean to do all that.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
We all have powers. We didn't know what we were doing with them a lot when we first started. It's gonna take time.
Starts to scratch the spot where that mark was seen.
But just to be fair, I'm going to drop you off a building just so you know what it's like now, okay?
Hey, Rose.
What? Like I said, it's only fair.
Just because it's fair doesn't mean it's right.
I didn't say it was right. I said it was fair. Fine. You want to go home?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take him home.
I'd give him the address of the dojo that Ian goes to before he runs off.
He's like, thanks.
And yeah, Rose, do you do anything special while you take him home, or did you just take him home?
I thought about being a dick and teleporting a few hundred feet in the air just to see, but I don't want to play with fate like that. Nope, just gonna kind of grab him by the back of the t-shirt and then probably pull it up on Google Maps and just like zoom in Street View. Okay. And then teleport there.
All right.
To that house. And as I'm and probably like teleport outside of the house and look around and be like, which one's your room? And then have him point to it and just like teleport up to the into the room, like put him in his.
And it's more like an apartment building when you
Okay.
get there, and you port him up a few floors into his bedroom.
Not the one that was on fire, was it?
Not that one.
Okay, good.
That's a different one. Yeah. All right. You drop him off, and the Waffle Stompers have ones a day. But is there any things that anyone else would like to do? By the Arts Sanctuary? Yes, of course, Olivia.
It's not something I'm doing. I have to mark a couple of
You
things.
have to die?
No, I don't die.
He's like, hold on, let me toggle my death.
Not yet. I do mark a doom check, which I was trying to avoid this whole time.
Oh no.
Because I overexerted myself, and that's actually 5, so I'm gonna get another doom sign, which I'm gonna pick later, and I'll tell you guys what I pick. I get another creepy power. But I think Olivia hasn't said pretty much anything this whole time, and is probably like sitting off by herself, maybe crying, probably trying to hide it. But if you look at her at some point, which I assume you guys do, in like the roots of her hair, about like this far out, is like has gone completely gray.
So she's getting a rogue streak.
Kind of, but it's roots. But yeah, so like all the roots of her hair have gone gray.
Olivia, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't look fine. Your mascara's running.
Where is this running to?
Don't lie to me to be funny. You know I only wear waterproof mascara.
And you know I don't know anything about makeup.
Or being funny, for that matter.
Yeah, well, the humor's a little different here in America than it is in Canada.
This is true. It is very different. I find that people don't... I'm sorry. You having a moment. I'll stand over here.
I get that the superhero thing isn't coming that easy to you, but it's just... It's a lot simpler for me. I hit things and get hit, and that's about it. You do all these amazing things with your mind and psychic abilities, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot harder to do than throwing a punch. I already knew how to do that before I got really strong. We're gonna figure this thing out. It's gonna take time. We're still teenagers. We still don't know what the hell we're doing most of the time anyway. Why should we know what we're doing being superheroes?
This sucks.
We can dye that, right? Again, don't know anything about makeup or cosmetics.
I've been dyeing it for a long time.
So is it normally gray, or do you mean like dyeing it from blonde to brunette? Or the other way around?
There's
Again,
some-
I know nothing.
There's some more gray under there.
Could also go with the shaved head look. I don't know if that would work for you. Works for some people.
No thanks. Listen, I'm kind of freaking out right now, so...
Yeah, well, we can all freak out together.
Yes, let's all freak out together. Maybe sometime 2 weeks from now.
That sounds good.
All right, sounds wonderful. So that's going to bring us to the end of this episode of Wonder World: Origins.
I have to say the colon part every time.
Yeah. I don't know why I find it obnoxious, and maybe that's why I like it. But thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to me not know any of the rules. And so thank you to all the players who do know the rules and getting us through this session. Thank you. If you have a life, definitely get onto our Discord and hang out with us there. because we talk about this stuff all the time. So, and it's fun to do. So join us, and lots of fun things. Once again, last announcement, go be with us on Saturday when we're going to see the epilogue for Survivors Complex and announce a new game coming out very soon, and lots of fun things. So thank you all so much. Good game and good night, you people.
Good night.
Good night, you people.
Get swole, you people.
Yeah.